What we're going to look at now within Excel is the if function, and we can see that we have some names here and we have some totals at the side here. So what this is really good for is being able to differentiate really quickly and show you what something is or isn't within Excel. So the way that we can start this out is by pressing the equal sign to start the formula, as we would do with any other formula. We're then going to type in if. We can then press the tab, and we can see that now it's opened the if formula for us. And at this point where it's opened the if formula for us, we can see that we start to get the arguments that it's looking for. So we can see if and now the logical test. So when it's asking for the logical test, it's asking you what is it that you're wanting to do. So for us, for example, we can say that we want this cell here, okay, or we want to check and see if any of these cells here are above, say, 450. Okay, so we can click into the cell E3, and it doesn't give us the number within the cell E3 there, so it doesn't give us the 318. It actually selects the cell E3 there for us, because we want to know if cell E3 is greater than, and then we can type in the number 450. Within these values, then you can also type in lower, and you can also type in equals to. So, and you can also combine these together as well, so you can say, is it above and also equal to. So if it's bang on 450, then it would also include it by typing it like that. So we can put that in there just because it covers us there, just to say if something is exactly on 450, then that will work for us. We can then press the comma. At this point, when we've pressed the comma, we can see that it moves into the next argument. And basically, this is saying, if this is true, or if this is the case that something is within cell E3 above 450, then what is it that you want me to do? And we can say at this point that we want to return this, and we can say that this is going to be true. We can see that we have the double quotations at the top there when we type in true, okay, and by having the double quotations, it just allows us to put text within our cell in Excel without getting the error back. So you can put numbers in there or anything that you want to do, but for me, I'm just going to use text for now. We can then press the comma again, and now it's saying, if this isn't the case, so if this is less than 450 now, then what is it you want me to do? So again, we can just press the double quotes, and now we can put in the false. So we can see now that that's how the if statement works. So we can say, if E3 is higher than or equal to 450, I want you to put this in the cell. If this isn't the case, then I want you to put that in the cell. We can close off the parentheses and press enter. And we can see now that we get false because this value here at 318 isn't above the 450. So we can click back onto the cell. And what we can do now is we can go to this flash fill option here. Okay, so we can see that the cursor that we have there changes from the white cross over to the little black cross. And you can either double click it or you can just drag that down there. So when you double click it as well, just make sure that you've got data to the left of it here, because otherwise it won't go down fully for you. And we can see that this has now dragged down that if formula for us. So we can see that it's just changed the cells because it's made these relative cells. So when I mean relative cells, it means that it just moves the same formula down every time. Okay, so it will stay in the column there as we've dragged it straight down, but it just changes the numbers, and we can see that we've got E4, E5, E6, E7, E8, and so on and so on. But it keeps the rest of the formula for us, and it also keeps the number for us there. So we can see that it's worked down, and now we've got true, 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 true. And this is great because once you've started to do things like this, so you can start to look at this, then putting it in and filtering it out for the data. So once you've done this, you could then say, right, I only want to see the true values. And now once you've sorted and filtered that there, then you can see that you've just got all your true values that equate to over 450 there. So this is a great way of using the if formula, and it's going to help you speed up no end of data, being able to find the results that you want.